Greetings, YouTube. This is another episode of TEW 2016 Red vs. Blue, episode 17, Monday Night Raw. This is week 1 of September 2016, and we are live for Monday Night Raw, which is the follow up show for SummerSlam that just happened the previous night in game time. And the show is being held in front of 9,778 people at the Hearns Center. And we open up the show with Seth Rollins arriving to the arena, and he starts to head into the arena when he is met by security and Stephanie McMahon. As Seth sees what's happening, and he kind of sighs, and Stephanie's like, "Look, Seth, I know you are upset over what happened last night." And Seth's like, "Of course, I'm upset over what happened last night. Your husband, betrayed me, turned his back on me, and it cost me my match. So yes, I am upset and I want answers." And Stephanie's like, "Seth, I understand your frustration. I understand that you're not happy with my husband. Rest assured, I had nothing to do with this. He acted on his own terms. However, as commissioner of Monday Night Raw, I need to make sure that I have a good and safe working environment for everyone on the Monday Night Raw roster. And since I know you're not in a great state of mind tonight, I am giving you the night off. That's why I have security here to make sure you're not going to enter the arena. Because I know you. I know you're going to, demand, you're going to come out to the ring. You're going to demand Triple H to come out. You're going to demand answers. You're going to hold the show hostage. But you're not going to do it on my time. What I want you to do right now is to go home, take the week off, cool your head a bit, get level headed and think about this for a bit. And then next week, you can come back. But for tonight, you have the night off. Please leave. As Seth laughs, he's like, Steph, after everything I've done, after everything we've been through, you're just going to do this to me. You and Triple H are going to do this to me. You're going to, stab me in the back like this. And Seth is like, once again, Seth, I had nothing to do with this. Now, you could believe me or you don't have to believe me. That's your call. I am just looking out for the best interests of the show. And Seth's like, no, what you're looking for is to save your own hide. You're looking for the best interests of Stephanie McMahon. You're looking out for the best interests of Triple H, not this show, not this company. But whatever, I'm going to go home, and then next week, I'll be back. But don't think I'm going to forget about this within the next week, because one way or the other, I'm going to get a hold of Triple H. And you can deliver that message to him. And Seth turns around and he walks back towards his car, presumably to leave the arena. And that segment got a 72 B-, no work improvements. And then we start the show proper with the new Universal Champion John Cena coming out to the ring. And he cuts a promo about how, he made history last night. He became the first ever WWE Universal Champion. And he does give Finn Balor props because he took Cena to the limit. And there was actually times during the match that even Cena himself thought that Finn was going to beat him. And he's going to do what he can to be, the greatest Universal Champion ever, even though, he's the first one. But he's going to do what he can to make sure that his reign will be hard to top for future title holders. And at this point, Cody Rhodes' theme hits, and out comes Cody Rhodes, Drew McIntyre, Ryback, Bad News Barrett, and Damian Sandow. And they're all kind of smug because, they still have jobs in the WWE. because they won their match against the Shield last night at SummerSlam, and all 5 men get in the ring, and Cena, looks like he's about ready to fight, even though he's outnumbered, and Cody's like, Cena, calm down. We're not out here to fight. We just want to talk. You see, when we came back, if you remember, if you paid attention, because, well, I know it doesn't involve you, but hopefully you were paying attention. When we were airing our grievances, we talked about, being held back. We talked about backstage politics. And I know a few of us here, they have issues specifically with you. Now, one of the stipulations of our match last night was that, if we won, we would get a title shot at any time against whoever we wanted. Well, guess what? We won. We beat the Shield single-handedly and decisively, and because of that, we get a future title shot. And who do we want to, use that title shot on? Well, what we added in the contract, what many people do not know, is that we get to challenge for a championship on both Raw and SmackDown Live. So, guess who the top dog on Monday Night Raw is? The Universal Champion. And who happens to be the Universal Champion? John Cena. So, let it be known that at Night of Champions later this month, it's going to be one of us against you for the WWE Universal Championship. Your first ever title defense, and last, might I add, because it will be a short reign. But which one of us will be the one to dethrone you and become the Universal Champion? That we're going to make you wait on. I don't think any of us should grant you the benefit of knowing who's going to be facing you at Night of Champions this soon. Could it be Damian Sandow? I mean, look what you did. You basically screwed him out of his Money of the Bank contract a few years ago. What about Bad News Barrett? Your history of Barrett, that's long been documented. How about the big guy over here, Ryback? He's got a lot of issues with you as well. You held him back, and don't deny it because we know you did. All these people know you did. How about Drew McIntyre? Someone that could be bigger and better than you in the WWE if given the opportunity. It could be him, or it could be me, the American Nightmare, Cody Rhodes. So, get ready, Cena, because coming up, one of us is going to become the new Universal Champion. And Cena's like, oh, that's great. Five of you against me, John Cena, for the Universal Championship. Okay, that's great. So why are we just here talking about it? That you like the numbers game. It's 5 against 1. How about we just, skip Night of Champions and we fight right now? And Cody's like, are you seriously stupid enough that you're going to challenge all 5 of us here right now? Because remember, it's 5 of us against 1 of you. And I know you might think you're bigger than 5 people, but you're not, John. And then at this point, they, surround John. And John is, taking off his shirt and he's like squaring up to fight. Then Finn Balor's music hits. And out comes Finn Balor with a steel chair. And he slides into the ring. And it scurries off the Forgotten, and they go to the front of the ramp outside of the ring. And then Finn is challenging all 5 of them to come in and meet him and Cena with the steel chair. And they're, backing off. They don't want, to basically be destroyed with the steel chair. Even if, it's only 2 of them against 5 of them. Now they've got a steel chair. They do have a weapon, which sort of serves as the equalizer. And then this leads out the general manager of Monday Night Raw, Christian. And he's like, well, it looks like we've got a little bit of a conundrum on our hands because there's 2 of you in the ring, there's 5 of you out there, and it looks like you guys want to fight. Well, I can make that happen because tonight in the main event is going to be John Cena teaming up with Finn Balor against 2 members of the Forgotten. Now, which 2? That's up for you guys to decide. So within the next, about hour and a half, decide which 2 of you will want to get in the ring with Cena and Finn Balor. Good luck, guys. So we do have the main event for tonight. John Cena teaming up with Finn Balor against 2 members of the Forgotten. This segment got a 79B rating. No worker improvements. We go on to the first match of the evening. In a decent match, Rusev defeated Jack Swagger in 13:27 by submission with an accolade. Rusev makes defense number 4 of his WWE United States title. Jack Swagger had an in-ring performance at 53, Rusev 73, and Jack Swagger is improving in performance skills. The match got a 70C+ rating. And after the match, Rusev will not let go of the accolade. The bell's ringing. And Rusev is still not letting go of the accolade until Cesaro hits the ring. And he uppercuts Rusev. And that knocks him off of Swagger. And Rusev rolls out of the ring, goes up the ramp. While Cesaro is pointing at Rusev to come, face him in the ring. And Rusev's like, nah, I just competed in a match. I'm exhausted. So Cesaro feels like he has unfinished business with Rusev. Because if you remember, Cesaro was the one who was pinned last night in the triple threat match. It was Sheamus. And then Cesaro also held a non-title match victory in the Universal Championship tournament over Rusev. So he does have claim to a United States Championship match. The segment got a 65C rating. Next segment, in a terrible match, Braun Strowman defeated Darren Young in 5:58 by pinfall with a running power slam. Darren Young had an in-ring performance of 38, Braun Strowman 49. No worker improvements. The match got a 48D+ rating. Next segment, we're backstage. Christian is backstage in his office. And then you hear, Ryu, Ryu, Ryu. And then here comes Breezango coming up to Christian. And Christian looks at them. And Fandango's like, looks like we got a fashion violation over here, Deputy Breeze. And Breeze is like, yep, we got a fashion violation for a violation of bad taste. And then Dango's like, yeah, Christian, we've got some questions we'd like for you to answer. Most importantly, what do you have against us? Why did you, screw us out of the Raw Tag Team titles last night? And Christian's like, guys, I didn't screw you out of anything. It just happened at the last moment. I finalized a contract with Red Dragon. And I put them into the tag team turmoil gauntlet match. I do apologize, but I wasn't going to deny them the opportunity to compete for the Raw Tag Team titles. And Dango's like, so, we could have had a match later on down the road against them. You know, we were expecting them. You know, is it because you're from Canada? And Chris is like, what does that have to do with anything? And Fandango's like, well, we can't trust people from Canada. And Breeze is like, Dango, I'm from Canada. And Fandango's like, oh, so you are. I gotta make a note of that. And he like writes down in a little notebook, Breezy is actually from Canada. Be aware. And then he kind of makes a side eye at Breeze, and Breeze is like, Dango, calm down. It's okay. Christian, listen, I understand. And, you know, we're just a little upset because, you know, we worked hard to be tag team champions and we deserved those belts. And it felt like you just took it from us without any, you know, we weren't prepared for a new team. And Christian's like, I understand, but you know, you do have a point, so that's why at Night of Champions, you're going to get your opportunity. You're going to be facing Red Dragon for the Raw Tag Team Championships. And Fandango's like, okay, that's plausible. I think we're satisfied. I think we can let you off with a warning just this one time. But we got our eyes on you. And Chris is like, okay, yeah, you can have your eyes on me all you want. Good luck, guys. And, you know, Fandango and Breeze look at each other like, looks like our job here is done, Dongo. Yep, Breezy, let's go. And they walk off. So, yeah, at Night of Champions, Breezango will take on Red Dragon for the Raw Tag Team Championship. The segment got a 62C rating. We move on. Yes. We're going to switch Tyler's gimmick to a cocky gimmick. Got a great rating. Awesome. And a bout that had terrible wrestling and non-existent crowd heat, Red Dragon defeated the Lucha Dragons in 8:51 when Kyle O'Reilly defeated Sin Cara by pinfall with a Chasing the Dragon, and Red Dragon make defense number 1 of their Raw Tag Team titles. And Bobby Fish was the weak link, which, come to find out, which kind of sucks, is I was looking at the creative meeting section, and Bobby Fish is, I think, 3 or 4 on the time decline, which is really bad because I was hoping Red Dragon would be the centerpiece of the tag team division. I mean, I don't think it would hurt things too much because, I mean, Kyle O'Reilly's there, and, I mean, it's not like I'm going to be trying to push Bobby Fish as a top-level guy. I just hope that Bobby Fish's declining physical abilities doesn't hinder the team too much in the future, because if so, that's going to throw a lot of things out of whack. Sin Cara had an in-ring performance at 51, Kalisto 56, Kyle O'Reilly 39, Bobby Fish 27, and Kalisto is improving in technical skills. The match got a 21 E- rating, which is pretty bad, but we're still trying to build up Red Dragon. Next segment is a backstage interview. Renee Young is with Becky Lynch, and Renee asks Becky about her losing the title match against Charlotte last night at SummerSlam, and where does she go from here? And Becky's like, you know, this is just the story of my career. I get knocked down. I just have to, you know, fight and claw and scratch my way back, and hopefully one day I can overcome that obstacle and, you know, win the women's championship. And Charlotte comes into the picture and she's like, oh, poor, naive little Beck. You know, I told you this was going to happen. I told you were going to fail, and look what happened. You failed. And, you know, how many times do you have to fail in a title match for you to realize that you're just out of your element, dear. You are out of your element. And, you know, after a while, I'm kind of tired of always giving you the time of day, giving you opportunities, because every time you failed. So, unfortunately for you, you're going to have to go all the way back down to the bottom of the pecking order, Beck. I hate to do that to you, but you blew it. Sorry. And Charlotte leaves, and Becky looks dejected, and she's like, I don't know, Renee. I guess this is going to be a harder climb next time, but I'm going to do it. That's just the way I am. I'm not going to give up. And she just walks away, kind of dejected, but still hopeful that one day she's going to get over that hurdle. So that segment got a 55C- rating. We go into the next match in a bout that had subpar wrestling and little heat. Natalya defeated Emma in 8:17 by submission with a sharpshooter. Natalya had an in-ring performance of 50, Emma 44, no worker improvements. The match got a 52D+ rating. Next segment, the Big Show comes out to cut a promo. He's like, last night, Braun Strowman kicked my ass. He proved without a shadow of a doubt that he is the giant of the WWE as of right now. And what's left for me, I don't know. I'm not getting any younger. And last night proved that, I just don't have what it takes anymore to be the dominant monster in the WWE like I was before. So I think it's only best for me to, before he could finish, Bully Ray comes out and he's like, do you realize how stupid and pathetic you sound? You come out here, oh, I'm not a monster anymore. Braun beat me. I'm just gonna take my ball and go home. That makes me sick, Show. You once came out of here and you threw around your dominance. You threw around your weight. You pushed people around. I respected you because you bullied people, and I respect people who bully other people. But now you're nothing but a joke. You should go home. Yeah, I know what you were gonna do. You were gonna retire, weren't you? Because you're pathetic. You wimp out. You don't have any guts anymore. You don't have any fire. You don't have any drive. You make me sick. In fact, the only bully in the WWE anymore is me, because I'm the only one that has any balls to come up to someone like you and tell you what I think of you. And Big Show kind of like looks defeated and in shame, and Ray's like, yeah, look at yourself, you're pathetic. You got that dopey look on your face, like, oh, I'm so awful. Yeah. Yeah, what are you gonna do? Cry because you're so good at crying? I could call you fat right now. You'd be crying. You'd be sitting on the ground crying, blubbering like a baby. How many times have you cried in this ring over the years? I think I've lost count. So yeah, take your ball, if you have any balls, and go home. Retire and let the real men in the WWE, bully people and dominate the WWE. And Big Show, starts to walk away, and Bully Ray's like, see, the Big Show is nothing but a big pussy. And at this point, Big Show turns around and knocks out Bully Ray with, the big right hand, and Bully Ray is knocked out cold. And Show has a angry look on his face, and he shakes his head, and he steps over the top rope, and he leaves, and Bully Ray is out cold on the ring mat. So no worker improvements there. The segment got a 66C+ rating. And a bout that had decent wrestling but didn't have much heat. Cesaro defeated Eric Rowan in 9:59 by pinfall with a neutralizer. Rowan had an in-ring performance of 44, Cesaro 67. And Rowan is improving in performance skills. The match got a 64C rating. Next segment, after the match, Rusev comes in and gives Cesaro a Machka kick, laying Cesaro out. And then he poses over Cesaro as Rusev's music plays, just getting Cesaro back for earlier in the evening where Cesaro interfered in Rusev's affairs. No worker improvements. The segment got a 77B rating. In a decent match, Sheamus defeated Zack Ryder in 1440 by pinfall with a bro kick. Zack Ryder had an in-ring performance of 42, Sheamus 74. No worker improvements. The match got a 65C rating, so it's just giving Sheamus a win back after losing, taking the pinfall at SummerSlam the night before. And in a decent match, John Cena and Finn Balor defeated Ryback and Bad News Barrett in 1941, when Finn Balor defeated Bad News Barrett by pinfall with a coup de grace. Bad News Barrett had an in-ring performance of 60, Ryback 65, Finn Balor 58, and then John Cena 84. No worker improvements, and the match got a 69C plus rating. And then we end the show with John Cena and Finn Balor celebrating the victory. And we end the show with a 68C plus rating. It shows I used Finn Balor far too much on the show and lost his popularity in 45 regions. So yeah, just post SummerSlam shows setting up. So there are upcoming matches for Night of the Champions, such as Breezango against Red Dragon for the Raw Tag Team titles, John Cena against the member of the Forgotten for the Universal title, and then some other matches that will be building up in the next coming weeks. And in the meantime, thank you for watching. If you liked the episode, give me a thumbs up, leave a comment, and until the next time, take care.